kind of got you into education? What prompted you to become a superintendent later on?
I was a sophomore at Ohio State, and I was majoring in ag business. And I came home in October for my 20th birthday, and the day after that we were in a car accident where my mother was killed. I was significantly injured, my wife and my dad. I got married right out of high school. And after that point, I coached the 7th grade team on crutches. I was on crutches for a year and a half because my left leg was crushed. Changed my major to math education, went back, managed the basketball team at Ohio State, became a math teacher, coached, loved working with kids. So that was kind of a horrific thing that happened in my life, but it was kind of a defining moment that changed my major from ag business to math education.
If you don't mind me asking, what about it, I guess, made you decide to change?
The interaction with young people, and I wanted to make a difference in the lives of the young people that I dealt with. There's a lot of different professions. The biggest thing for me is when I have kids that come back 10 or 15 years later and say that I made a difference in their life. That's a great thing. And I think, on a lighter note, I was watching Family Feud last night, and the most influential person was a teacher. So an educator, I think, if you're in it for the right reasons. And the saying I use, I don't even know who I get it from, is kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And the bottom line is, if you care and help kids on their journey to acquire knowledge and get educated, I think that's a great profession. It may seem corny to you, but that's it. That's me.
What made you want to make the move from, I guess, math teacher to superintendent?
There was other administrative jobs. Yeah, I was a dean of students in a couple schools. I was an athletic director. I was an assistant principal. It got to the point where I had my administrative degree. While I was teaching and coaching, I was in another district from where my own children were. I was afforded the opportunity to become an administrator or superintendent in the district where my own students went to school, so I could actually be a part of their life and at their events while I was doing my job. So, and I was spending a lot of time as a coach with other people's sons, and not so much with my daughters and sons that I had. So I got out of coaching and I went into administration.
You mentioned that move to become a superintendent. Was that the job in Margaretta?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I jumped from assistant principal all the way to superintendent.
Wow. And
then I was a superintendent for 12 years at Margaretta.
What was it like to make that kind of jump?
Actually, it was, a lot of people think it was really hard because I'm from there, and when I started, a third of the teachers had me as a student. But I talked a lot about paying forward, and I gave specific examples of 4 people that were sitting in the room that had major impact on my life, and I teared up a little bit, and they teared up a little bit because they made a difference in my life. And that's how I kind of approached that job. Findlay, I'm going to approach the same thing. I know we're bigger, but at the same time, I go back to what I said. Kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. The bottom line is I don't care how big we are. There's many districts in the state that are much bigger than Findlay. But in this area, other than Toledo Public, we're one of the biggest schools, and Perrysburg. But, we have to have that interaction with the kids. And the bottom line is our educators that are in the classroom with the kids is kind of where rubber hits the road for education in this district and in every district. And we need to have that caring, compassionate for our students.
How's it going settling in and everything here?
It's been very smooth. It's been very smooth, and the clerical staff, educators, administrators, have been very welcoming. I'm very happy to have the Board of Education that we have here that I can work with. I'm telling you, Max, I'm blown away with the fact of the relationships with the university, with the city, with the corporations that are in this town. It's not that way everywhere. I know I talked to a lot of superintendents over the last 12 years, and I think I told you before, 10 years ago I wrote down 10 jobs that I'd want, and Findlay was one of them, and it's a dream job for me. I'm very humbled and honored to be the superintendent here, but I'm not overwhelmed at all because I have great confidence in the people that I've met here so far, and we're going to do the work that's been done in the past. We're going to take the ball and move it forward.